It's time for your Fort Report. I'm David Poe with the Fort Bliss Public Affairs Office. In this edition, Team Bliss paused to remember as the Garrison Command hosted a prisoner of war missing in action recognition ceremony on West Bliss last month. After that, in a video from Sergeant Briaira Tolbert in Task Force Bliss, meet Corporal Brett Armstrong, a 528th Hospital Center behavioral specialist. Armstrong and fellow techs are checking in with evacuees out at Doña Ana Village, as well as with soldiers who are assisting the Department of Homeland Security mission as they continue the historic humanitarian effort. And last, we're ending with brass. Sergeant Quintin Gee of the 24th T-Pace is at it again. He was there when the 1st Armored Division Band's Sun City Brass Band put on a concert to share the universal language of music with evacuees at Doña Ana Village. That's our lineup. Back in a moment. Fort Bliss was honored to join area veterans and their families to mark National Prisoner of War Missing in Action Recognition Day in a ceremony hosted by the Garrison Command on West Bliss, September 17th. Established into law as part of the 1998 Defense Authorization Act, the observance is intended to maintain awareness of the sacrifices of American troops held as prisoners of war and those who are missing in action. Guest speaker, retired Army Chief Warrant Officer 4 David Williams, a former Apache helicopter pilot who was shot down with his crew over Kerbala, Iraq in March 2003, borrowed from President John F. Kennedy on what POW MIA recognition is all about.
A nation reveals itself not only by the men it produces, but all the men it honors and the men it remembers.
He also reminded the audience why it's important to remember those who have served in harm's way and those who haven't made it home.
We will not forget those who answered the call, whatever the call, to fight in combat operations, to defend freedom.
Reporting from Fort Bliss, Texas for the Garrison Command, I'm David Poe.
My name is Corporal Brett Armstrong. I'm a behavioral health specialist with the 528 Hospital Center. So my mission out here is we're providing behavioral health support for the guests that are coming here, the 10,000 guests, as well as offering behavioral health support to the soldiers that are stationed out here, as well as the contractors and civilians that are all out here working on this mission. On a daily basis, our mission is depending, right? So when I first get into work here on site, I'll go to the male clinic, the female clinic. I'll even go to the urgent care and be like, hey, did anyone get evac last night? Any consuls that need to be talked to with my team. After that, if there's no patients to follow up with for evac or any of the referral or counsel, we'll go to the clinic here and we'll see patients depending on who's available at that time. If we're not currently engaged, what a lot of the techs do, myself including, is we'll go out and we'll sit down and we kind of adopted this mentality of a smoke and joke environment, right? We'll go down to soldiers and we'll be like, hey, you know, what's going on? You know, let's talk to them as human beings. We're not going in there like, hey, these are some classes that we can teach you guys and giving them information. We're sitting down and relating to them on a very personal level. It's like, hey, you know, how are you doing? How's your family? You know, how's the unit? Are you adjusting well? Are you doing okay? You know, I can tell I'm making an impact out here because I've had patients that would come to me and ask specifically for me to see me again, to talk to me. A patient of mine's entire family is still in Kabul. Her 3 kids and her husband, they're still in Kabul. And for the very first time, a couple of days ago, I saw her smile. That meant a lot to me, especially going through all the hardships she's going through right now. It meant a lot to me to see her smile and have that hope, something that she didn't have. It's affected me personally and given me a lot of pride, not only as a soldier, but also as a behavioral health specialist, that I'm making that impact slowly but surely with each and every person that I speak with.
The name of our band is the Sun City Brass Band with the 1AD band, and we're basically a brass band that does pop music, some just ordinary traditional brass band. We're just kind of seeing, you know, where the biggest crowds are, and we're just here to sort of provide support and morale for not only the troops here, but for our guests. You know, we're happy to be out here. Normally we do stuff, you know, morale of troops on base, but we're happy to be here for Operation AW.
The style of music, it varies. It can go from traditional New Orleans brass band style music to what we call hip-hop style brass band, where we do even covers of songs from hip-hop to funk, even sometimes country. This is what we do as musicians, as Army bandsmen. We do community outreach. We connect with the community and connect with individuals around the world. They would crowd around, they clap, they cheer, they dance. They would have a very good time. And to know that music is a universal language that connects every single human being on earth, no matter who you are, it's a wonderful feeling.
The American music and some of the pop, you know, it's kind of, I guess the intent is to show them like, hey, you know, welcome to America, you know, and some of them may be in shock, some of them might appreciate it, some might already know some of these songs, so they might have heard them. So yeah, just kind of a mix of both reactions.
With us having come out here and perform, you know, seeing so many smiles, seeing so many cheers, so many individuals clapping, seeing so much cheering, it's really lifted the spirit and the morale of everybody here. Even the soldiers that are here working definitely has really helped lift their spirits and the morale.